All right, good morning. Welcome to our Kung Fu program for today, or my Jong Law Horn Pai program. We are working on the Tam Tuey, which is one of the foundational sets of the system. Each pass gives us a new sort of calisthenic routine as well as a martial sequencing and things of that sort as well. So let's get ourselves started up here. We're going to get the feet in the ground and just let the head rise and fall a couple of times. And looking from side to side. And we'll go across in the front. Let's warm up the shoulders. We'll roll them back a couple times. And then the other way. Good. Arms can circle one way. And arms can circle the other. And we'll reach up and stretch to one side. And over to the other. Again on the first side. And to the second. Yeah, let's let those arms go nice and loose, wrapping around the body. And we've been using this kind of motion to get some of that feeling of the arms being loose and connected to the rotations of the spine and creating downwards diagonals through that rotation. So arms always feel like they're lagging behind the changes in the torso. Let's go to rising diagonals. Yeah, let's go to rising vertical. And descending vertical. And the fun one, split verticals. And the other way. Good. And shake it out a little bit. Let's let those hips roll around one way. Good. And hips can roll the other. One more time, the first way. And the second. Knees from the inside to the outside. And from the outside to the inside. Up to your shoulder. Up to the chest. Good. And then crossing. So we're going to touch across. If you want to go to elbow. And then hands behind head and cross. Good. And shake it out a little. Okay, feet together. Knees around one way. And around the other. One more time. First way. And the second. And then we'll stretch down. Hang down towards the ground. And we can roll. Come back up. Okay. Let's start with our active quad and hamstring stretch and strengthen. You don't want to go too ballistic with this. You want to try and be loose and let the hip roll, especially on the back stroke to this. Try to hold the knee and ankle tight, let them release. So we're going to go hands up over the head. We're going to go swing up, swing back, swing up, swing back. So depending on the space you have available, You can take shorter or longer steps, or you can even just swing one leg for a while, swing the other leg for a while. As long as you're getting that quad and hamstring activation. I'm going to go for about another 15 seconds here. Good, last few. Yeah, and we'll shake it out a little. Okay, let's continue to work on stretching for a moment. So we're going to go to our lunges. I'm going to lunge down to one side. And then to the other. Good. Now feet in the front. We're going to lunge to one side. And through to the other. To the first side. And to the second. And we're going to go toe up to the ceiling and stretch. Same on the second side. Back to the first side. And to the second. Good. Then legs are straight, hands to the floor. Walk your hands over to one leg to stretch. And then walking over to the other. Back to the first side. And to the second. Good. Continue to work on the hips. We're going to squat, press out on the legs. Kind of rock the hips a little from side to side. And then one last time, hands on the floor, but we're going to raise one hand up to the ceiling. And then we'll switch, raise the other hand up to the ceiling. Good, and then we can walk our feet in and roll up from the ground. Okay, legs warmed up a little here. So let's go to some of our foundation calisthenics from the system. So we're going to our wide straddling stance, where we're learning how to fold into one hip and press forward with the pelvis on the other. But I'm not pushing my knee forward. I'm drawing my hip in. This should face my shoulder in the direction, the forward direction. That's going to be my punch. We're working on gnaw on seizing. We're going to come around to grasp and pull. And then we're going to twist and drive out to their side. So again, don't shove that knee forward. Rotate around the crease in your hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Second version, learning how to slip and deflect with the back of the hand and then punch out with the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Come on up. Okay, we've been working on shifting beyond the lunge to rotate through. So now we're trying to turn and face the opposite direction, to face to one side. And here we're going to go uppercut, and then we're going to roll back and punch out. So we're going to go uppercut, pull back punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let's use that same idea now and go all the way around to a reaching hook with the palm facing out. And then we're going to pull down and punch. So we're going to wrap around hook, pull down, punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now we can walk that in. Okay, next one. Trying to get legs coordinated in with arms. So this is where we put one foot forward, the other foot back. Whatever leg is back, that's doing our grasp. So we're going to go grasp. We're going to kick and punch. We want to twist the waist across that front leg. Then we're going to step back and punch. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we'll change the other side. Grab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Let's shake that out a bit. Okay, let's work on some foundations from section 4. And this is where we've been going. Pull in, cover, clear, open, punch. So we're going to do this from side to side. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll turn my back. So 1, good. Bring that across. 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Pull in, pull up, punch out. And here we're trying to not break down the legs. We want the legs to stay facing forward as we go from side to side. 2, 3, 2, 3. Couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now let's add some of the footwork that goes into that section. So we're going to be stepping through from side to side in our hook stance. Now, anytime we start working on hook stance, we want to make sure that we're not torquing our knee. This is where it's really important to think about drawing that hip back so your pelvis and your knee want to try and face in the same or similar direction to that weight-bearing foot. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Step, pull in, pull through, punch out. Just really good calisthenics. If you want to squat, you can really kind of work up your legs a bit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We'll shake that out too. Okay, what are some of the other things we're looking at in section 4? We were talking about this hooking and piercing. Hooking through and piercing. So that piercing can be a way, especially when people are kind of clinching in on you, that piercing is a way to slide inside and take control of the back of their neck and then slide inside to either spear solar plexus or throat, or slide inside and get your clinch. So you can think of this spear as an attack. You can also think of this spear as getting inside. Someone's holding you here and you're slipping inside their arms to hook, and you want to have some presence in your forearm while you're hooking here. And then in the set, we're then pulling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This can also be a hook style parry, where you parry something out of the way and fire in. Now, if I want to turn that into a fist, nothing stops me from making that a fist instead of a spear. So I'm hooking through, I'm weaving those, one inside the other. Let's do one last piece from the number 4 before we work on the sequence itself. And this is the one where we're going, we've got this parry, hook, and strike. 1, 2, 3. Now, quite often that strike is actually a throw where I kind of step in, get my foot behind, and kind of push the person over the leg. But let's just make it a bit of a flow here. So we're going to go 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, as a throw, can I talk and do this at the same time? We'll see. 1, 2, 3. This is also a great way to collect somebody's straight kicks or round kicks, where you're hooking and collecting here on their leg, and then you're pulling and pushing. So you're kind of sliding that leg off to the side. You're just getting a little bit of a hook before you drive forward. Parry, hook. So we've got a few things going on in here, and we just want to get comfortable with that chain. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. So over, over, out, over, over, and pushing back through. Just getting some of those to feel comfortable as we go. Okay, let's do some review of our 1 to 3. And then we're going to put together, we were starting last week on this idea of that back fist kick punch combo. We'll come back to that. So we're starting out with our back of hand to palm to punch. We're going to pull in. We get our lunge punch. So in our calisthenics, we're settling in deep. We're working on an open side turn of the waist to extend the punch, but pull back that back arm. We get a little stealing of space. We're going to shuffle in. So we want to get that little explosive shuffle with our elbow. We stay in there. We come down with the hammer, And then we're working that. Remember, we're going through to that sort of hold the buckets position, and then we're trying to turn our waist across our lead leg. So here's some of the calisthenics. That back heel is pressed deep into the floor to stretch the calf. Now we get our turnover back fist, our kick. This is the section we're working on, and our lunge. Then we're shuffling in to bring that elbow across. We're sliding that down. We're shifting just a little. We're swinging through the middle and reaching out. Now we're going to go back fist, kick, punch. I'm just going to shuffle back a bit here. And again, shuffle in, down, up, back fist, settle, kick, punch. We finish this by shuffling to that lateral position, palm, and punch. I'll come back the other way with the same sequence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Shuffle up, palm punch. Okay, section 2. So section 1 is a fairly straight kind of technique. Punching, back fist, kick, uppercut kind of motions, or top fist kind of motions. Number 2, we're working on that Wei Lung Bai Mei, that slipping and punching simultaneously, but we're also working that hook punch, straight punch combo. So we're going to go from our ready position. Our opening now is the hook punch, pull down, straight punch. Now we're getting that slip, punch, turn over, kick punch. As we step in, we're rotating to the horse riders. We're circling that fist around for our hook, down, punch. We're slipping under, driving through, back fist, kick punch. As we shuffle to the lateral, hook, pull down, punch, slip under, punch, back fist, kick punch, hook punch, pull down straight, and then we shuffle up, palm punch. Let's do that again, heading the other way. So we slide out, we're coming around, 1, 2, 3, we come underneath, punch, turn over, we'll rotate here, kick punch. Stepping into that lateral, coming around, pull down, punch, slip, deflect, they're tucking under there, driving through. Yes, they're big and extended. We want that rotation. Back fist turns over. As we do that, we're winding up this fist, and we go kick punch, hook punch, pull down, straight punch, slip under punch, back fist, kick punch, step in, hook punch, straight punch, and we shuffle up, palm punch. Section 3, we start out like section 1 with the lunging punch. But this is where we start to work on these turnarounds. Remember, thinking about getting, almost like you're getting hold of something, throwing it over your shoulder. So we go under. Now on this side, we're going to go overhand hit, uppercut hit. Then we're winding up. We're coming around with a back fist and a hammer, and we've got more of that closed side waist calisthenics. Sitting in the front hip, knee is not driving ahead of toe, back heel's nicely planted, we're turning through the waist. So we go back fist, kick, and now we're starting out on the other side. So punch, shift, over, sit into that front hip, hook through, and uppercut, settle, wind up, back fist, hammer, back fist, kick, lunge punch. We do that one more time. Over, up, spinning through, back fist, hammer, back fist, kick, punch, shuffle to the lateral, palm, punch. Let's do number 3 one more time. So 1, over and up, back fist and hammer, back fist settle, kick, punch, over, up, back fist, hammer, back fist settle, kick, punch, overhand with the turn, uppercut, turn, hammer fist, back fist, kick and punch, shuffle to the lateral, palm punch. Okay, let's jump into a little bit of our work from number 1 in terms of a lead press. So one of the concepts from our Jong Law Horn is that if we're going to end up in a physical altercation, we don't really want to be in a defensive position for very long. We want to turn over and take the offense and maintain the offense so the other person can't mount theirs. So if you're allowing somebody to have the offense, you have to have a very good defense, and very good defense is very difficult. It's much easier to press an offense than it is to take on somebody else's offensive techniques. So we were talking about at the beginning of the set, we kind of spun around and we get kick, punch, elbow, and then we had this hammer and the rise. So let's see if we can turn that into a bit of a chain like we were last week. So I want to split the person's levels a little bit. So these little kicks to the shin and underneath the patella, they're not exceptionally powerful, but they stagger the other persons, particularly if that person's being aggressive and stepping into your space, and you can come through and drive either from the front or the front leg or the back leg, put something in the way of them moving forward. Whether it hits with a lot of power or not, it's going to drop their attention and make them think about where they're putting the foot, or it's going to sting. And when that's happening, attention drops. So what do we want to do? We want to split our levels. So if I've hit low with my foot, I want to immediately shift and move high. And this first lead punch that happens over and over in the set, very caricatured here. So I'm going pull and step. Notice the timing. It's teaching me how to step, push against the ground, and engage that punch. This hand's back because I'm trying to learn how to rotate to make my power. Eventually I can leave this arm in a bit more of a defensive position, but I've learned how to use my ribs to do that. So I split their attention, low, high. Now, earlier today when we were doing number 1, I was saying I need to shuffle in. So this is how we're going to get that elbow in, because if I've hit with a long range jab and I stay where I am, my elbow is not engaging into that next strike. We're going to keep it as striking for now. So I go 1, 2, I want to shuffle in to drive that elbow through. Now, this kind of hammer can either be a strike with that hammer. Quite often, one of the other things I'm doing when I shuffle and chip this foot in is getting it behind that other person's lead leg. So I can shuffle in and then I can sweep across that leg. And then we've got the rise. So let's keep it to strikes. Let's keep it to self-defense strike for right now. This is going to be the top of your arm and the top fist. And we're going to strike up to the groin, up from underneath. And again, why do I have this long pull through? Because that's helping to teach me how to draw that back, to fire the other hand up into place, which can often be if I don't go for a groin strike and I've got hold of somebody's wrist, especially cross body, if I've grabbed their opposite arm, I'm going to hyperextend the elbow by pulling one and driving the other. Okay, time is flying. I want to get into number 4, but let's go through this fight sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got just a way of learning how to press 5 techniques forward. Low kick, high extend. So see, I'm taking space. Kick, take space. Shuffle, take space. Step in a little bit. Swing, whether that's a liver shot to the side of someone's body with the hammer, whether that's a hammer high, or whether that's a throw over the leg. And then here I can go uppercut, or I could go top fist, or I could be grabbing to hit. Okay, I'll let you play with that chain outside of class time because we're already running out of time. We haven't gone through section 4. So let's do a run through of our section 4. It's quite a complicated one. So we had our punch. So like we were doing earlier in class, we pulled, we step behind, we clear the hand, and we punch out. So our calisthenics are we're twisting to look back and punch back. Then we're reaching. Remember, we did this one, crane, scoop through. We're stepping back, and we're pressing out to cutting palm. So other times we've been doing this closed side waist. The thumb that has been up. Now we've got that fingers up, and we have to work on our range of motion in our shoulder to extend. Then we're going to spiral. Here's that hook behind the neck and the pierce out. Now we're going to do a little foot sweep. Boom. Very worthwhile to learn how to kick those heels and sweep legs. Now, from here, we're going to go over the head. We're going to clear the arm. And we're going to shoot down and pop up. So there's more of our calisthenics, down and up in the hips. So we go second side now. We kick low. Now, instead of stepping in with a punch, we're going to step to the lateral with that hammer. We're going to clear, go to the hook stance, and punch. It's going to come more in frame. Crane, spiral. So we're stepping back. We're hooking over. We're spiraling, piercing. We're shifting, brushing. Thumb to arm, over the head, down in the back leg, transfer through the hips, and drive out. Quite often that's just to get your leg behind somebody and push them over the leg. Good. And then again we go kick low, first side again. So we're learning how to shift to the lateral. This is a lot of kicking and sweeping potential. We're going to hook behind, punch, crane, step back, crane and cutting palm, pierce, shift and brush, thumb in armpit. Here comes the calisthenics, down in the back leg, push through to the front. Now, how do we finish off number 4? Kick, hammer, palm, punch. Okay, let's take that to the other side, and then we'll probably have to close off for today. So 1, 2, 3, hook, step back, cutting palm, cover, pierce, brush, hook, press, kick, pound, clear, punch, crane, step back, closed waist. Hard to get that rotation in that back arm. Through 4 fingers. Yeah, brush, hook over, press out. And last section, kick. We do the first side again, hammer, clear, punch, crane, step back, cutting palm, pierce, brush, hook over, cutting palm, kick, pound down, palm, punch. No problem. Let's sneak a little more time in here. Let's go through number 4 one more time. We didn't get too much time with it today. So last pass for number 4. Go for it, just a little bit more flow. 1, 2, 3. Crane, cutting palm, pierce. Brush, hook, crane comes over, cutting palm comes out. We finish this section with kick, and then we go to hammer and clear. Punch, a lot of calisthenics and all this waist turning. Wants to build up strength through the core. Pressing out to the cutting palm, circling. Spear, brush, hook, over, and press. Good. Kick, hammer, hook stance, clear and punch, crane, cutting palm, pierce, brush, hook, press, and we finish up kick, hammer, palm, punch. Nice. Okay, leave it there for today. Shake it all out a little bit. Next week, it's April. Next week, it's section 5. So we're going to start to have a look at section 5. The nice thing about coming out of section 4, which is so complicated, section 5 is one of the more straightforward sections of the set, and we'll keep pulling things out of our section 1 to 3, get some fighting chains as we start to build up foundations for section 5, starting next week. All right, thanks for training hard. Have any questions? Stick around. Other than that, I'll see you in April.